All right, it's day 4, so we're at Gainesville. Freaking beautiful day here, and the place is already packed. We don't start running until a little bit later today, so, 11 a.m., so, and it's 10 a.m., I think, so, but, yeah, just everybody, so many people survived. There's been so many thrashes on the road, like everything with parts and everything everybody's done to get here. So we believe that we have all the parts to actually put nitrous on the Camaro today. So we were at a speed shop this morning, Home Depot, Lowe's, everywhere to try and piece this thing together. Wish we could have just got a complete kit, but hey, it's going to be epic. So, I mean, that's Brett LaSala. Curious to see what he'll do today. And, I mean, just Steve made it. So, like, you got a lot of the fast cars. They're all here. So we'll just see what happens.
I think Steve just found out he's not in quarantine.
Did Steve just find out he's not in quarantine?
I'm out of impound. I'm in 4th apparently. It's an embarrassment.
That's some bullcrap, dude.
That's bullcrap.
I'm protesting everybody.
That's right. We're getting everybody all kicked out. How about that? No. It is what it is.
You're not used to being outside the cool kid zone.
Well, technically, the cool kid zone is kind of moved over with me. I mean, I'm just saying.
We sprung a pretty major leak on a transmission line, and it's an exposed tunnel. There's just some carbon there, so it geysered out a few quarts of trans fluid at the end of the pass there in the cabin. But luckily it was on Jim's side. My side stayed clean, so he had to ride with trans fluid, not me. So we're okay there. No big deal. We got it cleaned up, got the line replaced, got the car switched over. We took our time yesterday because we knew the route was going up A1A through Daytona, and that's a heavy traffic area. We knew the car was pretty solid, so we didn't leave the track until like 5, even though we got a run done like at 10. We kind of took our time, went over the car, did all that kind of stuff, make sure it was good for today. Made the trip. It was real easy, shortest drive yet, so that felt good. Still took 6 hours, but that's better than 9 and 7 or 8 or whatever the other one. Might have been closer to 5, but we're okay. We're rested. Getting her switched over today. We got our game face on because this is the crunch time. This is when it makes or break. We're on day 4 now. All it takes is one slip up, and we can lose the overall. So we're gonna keep our heads down, stay focused, get the car in a good spot, make our run today. It's gonna be a similar run that we've run the last 2 days, and then get on the road and go to Georgia, and that's gonna be fun.
Les Smith from Kendallville, Indiana. This is my 2011 Chevy Camaro, 540 twin turbo Steve Morse deal, bullseye turbos. US 12 speed and custom built the chassis, and we've been running 6s all week. Hopefully that's the goal for us, to finish and to average into 6s. On Monday, we ran really late that day. We did not make a pass until 6 p.m. So it was after 8 o'clock before we left the track. We didn't get to the hotel until after 3:30 a.m. And we were back up a little after 5, got a shower and back up a little after 5 to check valves and check the car over before heading to Bradenton. So, it was very little sleep, that night, which made Bradenton a little tough, but we've been lucky and we have been one and done every day. So hopefully that continues today.
Perfect. It was, we ran within a number of our last 2 passes, so I mean, pretty epic. It's saying that it wants more horsepower. That it's like, what are you doing with these lame runs? Let's go. And I'm like, easy, we're trying to win a race here. Let's get to the last day before we send it. I mean, it's fast, right? 620s isn't like turned down. Like, yes, it can be turned up more, but it's still a lot of stress on a little engine. Factory Ford block, 302 cubic inch, twin giant precision turbos. I mean, it's making 3,000 ish, somewhere around there. We haven't dynoed it, but yeah, it's running really good. Everything, all the health check the oil filter, do our normal checks. It's fine. I mean, get to the next track, do it again.
Kind of the deal of the week. Another 680. I think it was a 682. 207, I think, on that one. We sped up the front half of the track a little bit, and for whatever reason, lost a little out the back. We'll figure it out. Who knows? But still pretty happy. Still, you know, on the goal of a 6 every day. That's our goal, regardless of placement. That's a personal goal. There's not a lot of people that have done that to this point that I'm aware of.
Had an absolutely terrible week. We haven't made a single clean pass all week. As crazy as that sounds, we haven't made a single clean pass all week. Yesterday, we went down behind Brett. Brett dumped a bunch of transmission fluid, unbeknownst to anybody on the track. Nobody's fault, you know what I mean? We went down, made it 4.8 into the run, spun the tires really bad, coasted to a 640 at a 170, or a 650 something, I don't remember, at 170. Day before, windshield caved in about 1,100 foot, and I left the air filters on in place, so that was bad. Day before that, shook the tires really bad about the 8th mile, a little before the 8th mile, goes to a 7.0. So honestly, it's been a pretty bad week for us, really. But I don't know. My buddy Sachin brought me Wawa cream cheese stuffed pretzels. We only slept for an hour last night. And let me tell you, that was the best thing that I've seen in a while. We didn't eat it all yesterday. We were up, we didn't get into the hotel until 6 in the morning. We're back here by 9. And that was a hell yeah. So I'm feeling pretty good about Gainesville right now because we got cream cheese stuffed pretzels. We're going into day 4 and we're sitting second overall, which is pretty sweet. Winning our class in modified. I think our average is like 667, I think, or 50, I don't remember. But whatever, it was second overall. We're behind Brett, LaSala, and Jim. We can't catch them in the average. You know, we know that. We're smart enough to understand that. So we're not going to swing too hard and do anything too stupid. But probably not till tomorrow. You know? You do the stupid stuff on the last day.
Have been a nitrous car. We've always struggled with engine parts, but this time we haven't touched the darn engine. It hadn't even had a valve adjustment, but it's tearing up some other stuff. So she's making some steam. We tore up a drive shaft day 2, which ended up taking out wishbone and some 4-link bars. Cameron Johnson got us hooked up yesterday, and we got to the track. Ended up tearing up transmission before we even made a pass. Got that switched out. So we ended up having to make 3 yesterday, which is the most I've ever made in one day of a drag and drive. But it turned out. I'm glad we stayed and got it going. He really likes this gear ratio we put in it. We're trying to speed up the short time a little bit today, and we're going to try to stay in the hunt and hold on to this number 1 as long as we can. With day 1 kind of throwing everybody off, Goldstone ended up, not getting a great pass day 1. We ended up lucking up, making a decent rip, and Alex Taylor made a decent rip. We were all hanging 1, 2, 3 right in there, but yesterday we completely reversed the order. So we took number 1, Brian went to number 2, Alex got pushed to number 3. I think there's something like 600,000 separating everybody. So these last 2 days are going to be really important to really come out here, do good, make the laps you need to make. I can expect most of us to be making more than 1 or 2 rips. Yeah, it's a new personal best for me as far as quarter mile and mile an hour. So I told him I wanted to go 220. He gave me a little extra juice in the tank, and we're real happy. So there's still, I mean, we're so early on in the car. It's incredible. You make these big jumps like this because there's so much left on the table. So it looks really impressive, but we still got more we can pull at. So the car is so smooth up top. I told him, I'm like, I looked down and checked oil pressure while I was in third gear. I'm like, it's so predictable. The car feels great. I'm happy as I can be. So tomorrow, hopefully it'll go a little faster. We'll give it a little more drive shaft curve, and we're gonna probably stay where we are. Probably won't be any progressing up the ladder as far as for the overall, but hopefully we can hold off all the wolves at our back. So.
When we left like 6 or 7 tenths behind after day one, we knew we had to make up a tenth and a half every day to catch everyone. You know, a tenth and a half better than their best on that day, and I think they've helped us out a little bit. We've done our part, and I think Graham's kind of still doing his part to try to stay ahead of me. I think he's at 0.03 ahead, so I think I'd have to run another, like, if I run a 0.15 faster than them today, I think we'll take the lead. So yeah, we're catching them and putting the pressure on them, see if the young guy can handle it or not. I don't know.
What's that? Look at rear end. That's rear end. That's why I had to be fucking out.
I'm yelling at you guys because it's windy out here, but went out, I put the same tune-up in it that we had on Monday. I anticipated it would be a little bit slower because it's a little bit warmer today, but these guys at Gainesville had a killer track for us. I ran a 678 at 213, so that still keeps me in it puts me in a decent spot. It's a number I'm happy with. I don't know if we'll make another one. I got to talk to Dad, but it's one of those, like, now we at least have a great number that I'm happy with. It's another 6, so we're 4 days in with 4 6-second passes. I think that it moves me up to second because, unfortunately, Bryant, he just told me he kicked a rod. So he's going to Georgia. Nick's riding with him to Georgia, so Nick can go pick up Uncle Sam. So I don't know. I got to make a decision, but regardless, killer pass. Very happy with it, and feel much better than yesterday. Guys, also, I got a nap. Better mood today.
It didn't look like much on the start line, but what was it?
I don't know. We changed the oil. We never do that, and it kicked a rod on the two-step. So something must have not been happy. I didn't have any indication that anything was going to happen, and then it just started vibrating. So yeah, it definitely kicked one out the bottom of the pan. So we're done. That's what happens when you're too cocky, I guess. You just get kicked right in the dick sometimes. So it's a good kick in the dick. Now I got 2 broken motors at home. So my Chevelle's broken, this one's broken. So I guess I got to throw all this shit to the side and focus on the one, the Corvette.
You got a new Corvette coming? How close is that?
Yeah, it could be done in a month if we hurry, but I'm not in any mood right now to hurry anything. So.
making my life easy this week. It's been nice. I had one loose battery cable. That's it. All week so far. I don't knock on wood. First day was a 699, I believe. The second day was a 701. A little disappointing, but not the end of the world. And then I think we won yesterday was a 698 and today was a 693. Just gone a 698 in optimal weather, optimal track, perfect. So this is definitely like personal best stuff. There's no doubt, especially today. And it felt like it was an easy pass, But yeah, not bad. I mean, it's a big tank. It's wind resistant, pretty badly wind resistant. It's heavy. It's 3,700 pounds plus. With me in it. So it's I'm happy.
What are you gonna do? We got one more day, one more drive.
Just gonna keep tweaking it. Just make it through tonight, tweak it, and see what we can do tomorrow.
So it took us, is this the third day of having this car? How long have we owned this car?
3 days.
3 days. So we've owned this car for 3 days, but it's taken us 3 days to commandeer all the parts to get the nitrous on it from when we got it. So nobody had a complete nitrous kit. Then I'm telling somebody the story and they're like, if you just would have called me, I had a whole one. But instead, Andy sourced some Pro Mod nitrous stuff. So we got some big old solenoids on here that are ready to push some serious nitrous to this thing.
Capable of 600 horsepower, obviously.
So I'll translate that. He said capable of 600 horsepower. So, but we were able to get that patch together. We went to, what was the name of the speed shop we were at this morning? Rollins Speed Shop here in Gainesville. And we got everything put together. And we knocked a second off of our time from yesterday. So yesterday we went 12:30, 11:44 at 118. We had a plan because all we have is the button on there on the steering wheel. So the plan was that I'd launch, I'd hold the button down for a couple seconds, and then we'd come back, look at the plugs, and see what it did. I launched, I held the button down, and I forgot I was holding the button down. And then I held the button down all the way almost to the 1,000-foot mark, and then finally let go of the button. But I was just listening to see if anything sounded wrong, I'd let go of the button. And then everything would be good, right? That's how it works. So 118 miles an hour, so we gained another, what did we do, 112 or something?
112, yes.
So, and we did 12:34, so we're 11:44. We gained 0.2 on the 60, so made up a lot there with it. So we're gonna spray some more nitrous at it tomorrow and try and run a 10 with it. So that is the update on.
Swing for the fences.
And we're only at $5,500. Bought the car for $4,500, and we got $1,000 into nitrous stuff to assemble an $800 nitrous kit. And a whole lot more work to assemble that kit from if we just would have bought one off the shelf. So that is the update on, does this thing even have a name? G-Money.
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 In a quarter mile, turn right.
Steve, that wasn't your best run, but we've had a hell of a week, so you're just going to take that on and get down the road?
Nope, I am going back out. I actually was pretty happy with the pass. And if you remember from last year, that I did not, my fault, I did not have a oil pressure safety on my EFI, on my engine, and we had kicked the oil pump belt off it. And I made 3 passes on the engine without oil pressure and never even looked down at it. Well, I stopped all of that. I learned my lesson, and I turned the oil pressure safety on. So at that pass right there that we went 678, it spun, it shook. I go, I'm gonna get back into it. So I get back into it, and it's going down track, and it's pulling hard, and it's running great, and all of a sudden it just goes, poof! And I go, whoa. Wonder what the heck that was. and I looked down, oil pressure safety. And when I pulled off the track, there's my little belt hanging on the bottom. Saved it because a lot of people said, don't be stupid, put a safety in your system, it's really easy. And I was like, all right, you're right. So I did, and it saved it. And so I'm going back out there because it just happened to be what it actually was the my oil pump pulley has 4 little set screws in it. It's a set screw style, and over the course of however many miles we've gone so far and passes, it loosened up and it just started sliding forward and the belt came off of it. So there's no problem. It shuts the motor off immediately. We're just going back out, and I'm going to soften it up a little bit and see if we can go faster and just have some fun.
last attempt. And the decision making, and more power, less power. But we're only gonna have to run hit more hit, and I need to go down, so otherwise we're out of competition. So it probably needs more power, but yeah, we'll see.
All right, so that is about a wrap. They are still running. It's all run class, so some people are trying to get some last runs in here in Gainesville. It's been a super fast day here in Gainesville. So many 6-second passes. I mean, literally, everybody, I think, reset their record. Brett didn't reset his record, but Josh, definitely, that's his record for as fast as they've gone in there. Brian actually broke a rod, so, they're out of competition, so that part sucks. But, just crazy fast runs. I mean, we were working on the car, but, I heard so many, there was a session where it was side-by-side 6, side-by-side 6, side-by-side 6. I think Glenn Hunters ran his fastest time ever today because he was in the low 690s. So, just crazy. There was a 650 Nova here that I hadn't even really seen all week. I mean, just such cool, amazing stuff. It's been a great day at Gainesville. Now we got to hit the road, get back to where it all started, South Georgia Motorsports Park. We're going to stop in Lake City, though, because the town is shutting down for a party tonight. So we only have about a 50-mile drive, and then we're going to hang out there for the night. Then we get up in the morning. We only got about a 70-mile drive up to South Georgia, wrap this thing up, and see how it all shakes out.
You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause he's old. When a woman's in trouble, everybody throw it down. Looking for her good friend, none can be found. You better come on.
Only checkpoint today on the last day drive, or the last drive that we have to do, Lake City. They shut down the town. We're only about 50 miles from the track, from Gainesville. We're sleeping here tonight. The hotel's here, Host Hotels, big party, got a band and everything. And then we hit South Georgia Motorsports Park in the morning. So gonna be epic, gonna be a late night for everybody. Hopefully they can get up, make it to the track, but we're not racing till late. It doesn't start till 11. And that's it, that's a wrap. We'll catch you on the final day.
Well, a woman I love, I crave to see. She's up in the country, won't ride to me. You better come